Hello and welcome to the Friday co-working session. We've got 3 prompts here for you today that you can put on social media. So we're actually going to go through them a little bit slower today so we can take time on this call. That way when you're watching the replay, you can just do it right while you're watching and you don't have to pause it or go back. Okay, so number 1 is you're going to say, here's how to organize any space. And then you're going to give a few steps of what your process is. So I would say like 3 to 5 steps of what you do or how you want to explain to your followers how you organize any space. Okay, and then at the very end, make sure you give a call to action. Tell them what you want them to do. If you want them to implement these and come tag you and take a picture, or if you want them to hire you to get help with bigger spaces, whatever your call to action you want that to be. So let's take 7 minutes and work on that, okay? Okay, hopefully you did well on that. Again, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and pause it and just finish this task because that will feel better to have something finished and then you're ready to put it in posting form. This could also be made into a video if you wanted to do that as well. You could also do both. You could make this into like a carousel post where it's just script, or you could make it into a couple of short videos. You could do a live and just teach this. You could make it into a reel, lots of different options. All right, second one is I want you to make a post with your I help statement. Usually you have this like in your bio or on your website, but we often forget that this is something that we can share from time to time on our social media, like as an actual post. So your I help statement could be something like, I help women prioritize personal and household goals to declutter their home, schedule, and mind. Working together, we create customized home systems so that their home can function more efficiently and they can spend more time doing what they love. So coming up with how you help them, what you help them do, and kind of a process there that tells them. And then make sure after that, you're giving your offer. Okay, so you're doing your I help statement, maybe an example, and then you give your offer of how they can help you as it pertains to your I help statement. Okay, so let's give this one, let's do 10 minutes to make sure we're pulling from either our website or our bio and making sure, I know our bios sometimes, especially on Instagram, they have to be kept kind of short. So this is a place in an actual post or in the description where you can be a little bit more wordy. So pull from wherever you need to or script it however you would like so that you can make this into a post. And let's do 10 minutes. Ready, set, go. They take about 30 seconds, 1 more minute to finish up. Okay, I had to deal with my visitor. All right, number 3. I want you to tell a story and connect it to why you do what you do or why you do something a certain way. So let me give you an example. On Monday, my oldest son, Brighton, had an extra band practice after school. And so not only did I have to take time to pick him up, but he was home later than normal. And so that would have been a great time for me to direct him to his after school list, which is on the fridge of things to follow and what to do. But I did not. And we just kind of like ran through our day like normal, or so we thought. However, by that night, there were some things that we had missed, like his lunch was still by the door and not where it should be. His water wasn't in the fridge. So there was just a couple extra things that we had to do that night instead of having him to just take care of it while I did the next thing. So I'm going to tell that story of why I created the after school lists for my boys to follow and why that's a good idea. When you have extra things that fall into your schedule, it's great to be able to go back to your original plan of like, okay, can we follow this? Can we jump in? Or do a few things need to come off the list so that we can still get the most important things done? What do we need to prioritize here? And is this a like all hands on deck kind of thing where my husband and I both jump in and get it done so that we make sure everyone gets fed and bathed and to bed on time with clothes set out ready for the next day. Okay. So you're going to tell some kind of story and connect it to why you do what you do, or like organizing, or why you do something a specific way, like a way that you organize or a routine that you follow. You could even talk about a like one of your rules that you have. You could say something like, here's why I don't give refunds. And you could list out like, I make sure that we're a good fit for each other. I make sure that we get you on the schedule. I make sure that I give you 48-hour notice of when we're coming. If you're not able to meet and you give me enough notice, I'm happy to reschedule within this many weeks. Like you've set into place the reasons why you don't give refunds. That could be a stumbling block for some people. So if you tell them those reasons, they could be like, okay, that actually sounds fair and that makes sense, right? Of why she doesn't like collect all the money and then just like, oh, too bad, so sorry. So you could think of one of the rules that you have in your business, one of the boundaries you've set, and talk about that if you didn't want to talk about organizing. Or you could talk about something that you just feel like would be really helpful for your followers and your audience to know so that they understand your process a little bit better. Or maybe something about you, like this is what I've created in my home and this helps me, like a routine or a system. Okay. So let's give this one, we have about 10 minutes. So let's say 9, just in case we need to finish up right at the end. So I'll do 9 minutes. Okay, hopefully you had success with that one. So just a recap for today, here is our three. So number one, you are going to tell your audience how to organize a small space, and then make sure you give a call to action at the end. Number two was make a post of some sort with your I help statement, and be sure that you give an offer at the end of that, which is how they can work with you. And then number three is tell a story and connect it to why you do what you do, or why you do something a certain way in your business or in your home. Okay? All right, so if these calls are helpful to you and you feel like, oh my gosh, I could use these on a regular basis, then I would suggest signing up for my Professional Organizers Accelerator Mastermind. Round 2 is going to be starting on June 5th. We meet every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for 45 minutes. We usually kind of take closer to an hour, but if I set it at the 45-minute mark, then that allows for a little bit more discussion and questions to be answered. It's $225 for the membership, and that includes the weekly Zoom calls for 3 months. It gives you the private Facebook community where all of the replays are for the calls. And it also gives you Marco Polo access to me so that you can come back and forth with questions, or if you want any feedback, hey, this is how I came up with my post. What do you think? I'm also able to go on your social media and comment and like what you're doing and just give you cheerleading along the way, because I like to be able to do that for my clients. And it's super fun to just be able to support other professional organizers in their niche and in their business. So round 2 is happening because round 1 was so successful. I've had so much fun getting to know the ladies that are in round 1 that I can't wait for round 2 and have another group of wonderful professional organizers just like you. So again, the start date is June 5th, and I came with a small list of reasons why you should join the mastermind. One being the most obvious, that it's a community with like-minded people, right? It's all professional organizers, and so we kind of get each other. And we're able to kind of give feedback on the calls of like, this is what I'm working on, or this is what I'm thinking about. What do you think? And we can get real-time feedback. I'm not always the one that comes up with the best answers. Sometimes it's the members, and that's the part that makes it great. It also offers accountability to get our tasks done. So just like we did today, where I gave a prompt and we paused and took some time to write it out, that's what it can help you with, because you have that scheduled time already in. I give 3 social media ideas each week, just like I did in here, which is super helpful if you're like, I just never know what to post, or I have too many ideas, I can't narrow it down. I can help you actually literally put into words what we're going to be saying and how you can share that. And again, in the mastermind, you're able to ask questions and we can cater it to your specific social media of like the ideas that you have. So it's high touch support from myself as a coach. I'm also a certified life coach, so I can help you with mindset blocks of, I just don't know what I'm doing, or how come I'm not getting any clients. We kind of get to the root cause of maybe why you're feeling the way you're feeling, or why you might be stuck, and then I can help you move forward. I'm going to help you increase your consistency in completing your tasks, right? How many of us sometimes start a task and that we haven't finished? I'm getting a visitor knocking on my door. I want you to be able to feel safe and share, to be able to succeed in this mastermind. I also help you develop a little bit more confidence in yourself and in your business. You're going to learn the tasks that you need to complete for your business that actually make a difference, right? So you're not sitting doing tasks and kind of spinning your wheels. You're working on those tasks that actually move the needle in your business to get those clients that you want to be able to get. And then I'm going to continue to help boost your passion for what you've already created so that you can keep serving your clients in the way that aligns with your business values. So if this is something that interests you, we start on June 5th. So message me and let me know, and we can get you added. I can answer any questions that you might have. All right. With that, let me know if you have any questions about today's call as well. Reach out to me on social media or email me at purpleboxorganizer@gmail.com. Talk soon, everyone.